Welcome back to Lord. Welcome back.
Go ahead, Shani. Start over. Go ahead.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy Unprovoked New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year, y'all. It's an Unprovoked New Year. Ho, a word. It's an Unprovoked New Year.
Period.
Period.
Okay, that's the episode.
That's the episode.
Okay,
it's an Unprovoked
y'all be blessed.
New Year. Happy New Year's. Welcome back to Unprovoked, the podcast where we talk about all things sent to provoke you. It is New Year's, and we are super excited to leave all that bullshit back in 2023. It's like, happy birthday to you.
Yo, why would Brittany go in bodies
for you?
I think they great.
I can't wait to bring this to work. I mean, like, new sale.
She blew it out. I never seen somebody blow it out.
Every time you get a new cat. Yo, I'm gonna grow up.
All right, so happy New Year's, guys! Woo! It's New Year's. Woo!
Welcome to our New Year's party. This is the New Year's party. I'm gonna try not to cry.
Sit down.
Oh, we got you. We ready for you, baby.
I know. Where's the tissues?
Oh, we ready. Lock the loaded.
That's childish. That's right. That's thoughtful and childish at the same time.
Baby, don't worry.
Thank you, Pumpkin. Because you're going to get hot, too. It's a lot.
Shanice is like, here, this for Brittany. Hide that.
Yeah, we ready. We ready for birthday. Episode 4, crying. Poof, we ready.
Get you girls that look out for you.
That's right. So, happy New
Know
Year's.
your friends. I say this all the time. Know your friends. Know your friends.
So, what's tea, girls?
What is tea?
What are y'all going into the new year focus on? That's tea. Our order from Papa John's is on the way.
What am I going into the new year focused on?
Not eating Papa John's. That's my focus.
That's going to fall into me.
My focus for 2024 is to unbig my bag.
And fair. Fair. You know?
I try every year. You know what? Discipline, because
I felt like that was one of my words.
Discipline. I strive every year. I try. At least I can say I tried. But discipline is one thing that I'm trying to focus on this year.
I was about to be so childish and through the horn, but I'm gonna save it.
I feel like I say discipline every year, and it don't work. I think I get a little less discipline.
Further from discipline?
Yeah. So I'm going to go with something different. This
structure.
Not it. No, I think.
You got that already.
I thought about it, and I was like.
Hella books.
I was like, maturity. I want to mature further in my thinking, mature in how I show up for myself, mature in how I show up in relationships, and mature in how I show up in business.
Oh, I like that.
Snaps for that.
See, this is the problem with having friends that you like, that hit you so deep, because it's like, we always supposed to think of words, right? Now I have my word and I want to change it.
No. What was your word? What was your word?
My one word was discipline, because I feel like I definitely want to focus more on my discipline. My other word was grace, because I feel like this year I need to not be so hard on myself and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Like, I feel like I'm always so much on go that I sometimes forget to, like, you've come so far and, like, reward myself. Like, I don't want to always constantly be, like, on this hamster wheel of running. And I want to truly enjoy all the things that I'm putting in. Yeah. And, like, just be grateful for them, you know? So give myself a little more grace. And I had something else.
Well, what did you want to change your word to?
Yeah. Maturity.
No, I agree. We can change it to that. Blow that damn horn again.
Right. She's going to leave this childish shit.
I'm going to grow up. No, and you said your word from last year, which also motivated me, as perspective. I feel like a lot of times I can focus on all the wrong things sometimes. And I want to change my perspective to be more in all areas. Like, when people talk to me, like, not take it from how I view it, but have, like, a better perspective of, like, the whole thing. I just don't want to have, like, I don't want to only feel like I got to think the way I always think, you know, just have different perspectives.
Yeah.
That's why I said having friends that motivate you, because it's like maturity. I would have never thought of that. But now she said, I'm like, I want to be more mature in how I show up too.
Okay. On my word?
Yes, ma'am.
My word is one of my words. Preparation.
Okay.
I need to prepare and conquer.
Period.
No, but I really do need
It's
to
the
prepare.
voice.
No, I do need. I feel like preparation is a big thing for me because I felt like if I was more prepared in 2023, my execution would have been different and I would have seen different results. So I think this year I'm really gonna get on the ball with preparing for everything. Like actually, you see how you have like your planners and you actually use it. And I said that I had foggy brain. I'm really trying to declutter my brain, and I'm going to start to prepare and have plans, backup plans. Plan A, if this don't work, plan B.
Yeah.
So preparation is a big thing for me this year. Like I'm really going to work on that. Like if I'm not disciplined in any other area, I need to be disciplined with preparing myself for each. Even if it's like, all right, I'm making a 30-day plan. I'm going to prepare for the 30 days, and I'm going to have a backup plan for everything that I'm preparing for. So that's my big one for this year.
I would literally encourage everybody to figure out a word that you really, really, really want to focus on. And it's not something that got to be a big conversation. Like, you have conversations with yourself. And it's like, what is something you want to focus on and, like, stick to it? Because, like, mine was perspective. And the way that I think today is not how I thought January, not even February. And I spent the year actually focused on that word and putting it into action. So, of course, there's things that were sent to provoke me. There were things sent to test me. And it's just like, if I go with my regular perspective, that shit gonna take me under. If I swap my perspective, then maybe things will change. And they did. So that is very, very important to me.
What do you feel like 2023 taught you? She said, let me bring the book.
One of my main, like, things was, like, confidence. And it was confidence in, like, my abilities as well as, like...
Oh, I feel that
like,
so hard.
It's in my mental. It's like, yeah, you see things and you kind of know things, but, like, when you don't have validation behind you and you're your own validation, it's like, are you still as confident? Do you still feel those ways? And this year, I had to learn to trust my gut. I had to learn to trust my vision. This isn't a vision somebody gave me. I know what's in my head. I know what God planted in me, and I had to learn to trust that. And the proof is in the pudding. Now I can see the proof is in the pudding. What I was afraid of is now what's sustaining me. And that still blows my mind. But it's just like, all right, like, now I'm ready to really stand on business. Because I now have the confidence to trust what I already know, what I feel, things like that, without somebody having to tell me. It's one thing for somebody to be like, oh, you're doing a good job. But what if there's nobody there to tell you you're doing a good job?
You got to feel that on your own.
Do you trust it? Like, do you trust yourself? So that was very big for me. What about you?
Me? You? I feel like 2023 showed me how much strength I actually have to be able to go against every single false narrative that was put upon you and beat it and really look at yourself like, I'm so much stronger than I actually thought I was. Yeah. Like, I got through so much more and I made something of myself. Like, I took,
lemons and made lemonade.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Told you lemon meringue pie. You be doing it.
Like I seen, I feel like I've slept on myself for a really long time. To wake up and really see the power that you have within yourself and the strength that I had to completely fix the situation I was in. Like, I'm very on it, and now I'm very honest about it, because for a long time I would struggle and be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm straight. And knowing I was dying inside, to be able to have the ability to be like, I wasn't okay, but that not being okay made me okay today. And if I didn't go through any of that, I would have never. Because before, it's like, you know how you said, like, the confidence thing. It's like, yeah, I could be confident in certain things, but now my confidence is coming from somewhere else.
Right.
Like,
It's deeper.
I survived things that were sent to destroy me, and now my confidence is deeper than surface level things. Like, yeah, I could believe I'm pretty, but now it's deeper than that. It's like, you can't take away everything I did for myself or everything I, came through or everything. So it's like my confidence is different in myself now. It's like I can confidently bet on myself knowing I'll come on the other side prevailing.
They send you in a jungle, you coming out with a mink.
Period.
Okay.
And the shit gonna drag on the floor.
Oh, big
You
one.
got 2 leopards. That's crazy.
And I'll be like, yeah, I got the biggest one there was.
Yeah. No, that's
If I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna do it big.
Okay.
right. So annoying.
It was so perfect.
It was.
I was in the fucking biggest.
Right?
I love that for
Period.
you, friend.
Big Kim, not the little one.
I love that for
I
you,
love
for
that for
real.
you. Yeah,
because
I do.
Big Kim got a whole new meaning. Like,
Not the little one.
period. Okay? So, all right, Shanice.
If y'all was only in the day-to-day to understand why, like,
And yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just like, yeah, if y'all were in our day-to-days and have followed us through the year, of course you haven't, you would know, like, we sit here and we talk about it, but, like, we are geeked. Like, we've been through some shit this year.
Ooh, 2023 was that big one.
Yeah.
We talked about that like 2 episodes ago about how everybody was going through stuff.
Yeah.
In the year and nobody was faking it anymore for Instagram. I think that for 2023, what I'm leaving in 2023 is like
what was your lesson of 2020?
my lesson. I don't know. My lesson. I think I was taught that.
I know what you was taught.
What I was taught.
To be more selfish.
Definitely, I was taught to be more selfish, and
I'm like, I know what you were.
I will say, yeah, I definitely was taught the black ribbon actually is like really cute. I'm noticing it. Y'all watch episodes.
We're going to leave ADD here, too.
So I just can't stop looking at the black ribbon. But being more selfish because I do stop everything that I do stop a lot to take care of stuff for other people. And then I'm tired when it comes to handling stuff for Shanice. So I'm going to find myself this year. Like, I'm going to focus more on... You need your tissue?
Not yet.
I'm going to... tissue out the coochie.
Thank you.
Coochie tissue.
In 2024, we're gonna grow up.
Wait till we come back, y'all. We're going to be...
Yeah, that's
gonna be
We're
together.
gonna be out here with
Episode 2 of the new year, we can go
hella professional.
What?
We
I'm
might
like
go
glasses,
with a
blazers.
suit,
What?
a woman's suit.
Yeah, but I'm going to find myself this year. I'm going to be more selfish with my time. I'm going to, start to prepare myself for the year. I already know some things that I kind of want to do, and I'm going to execute everything for Shanice. Anything that anybody else needs, it has to wait until if I have time.
And we're going to keep
And
you
I
on
get
track.
to you. Period.
We're going to keep each other
I look
accountable.
forward to this group chat because the group FaceTime calls because it kind of keeps me going. Like,
Yeah, I started to
Accountability.
develop separation anxiety.
And that's just so weird for her because she is not that person. She barely answers the phone.
Yeah. And I called y'all today and I was like, yeah, I'm having a little bit of separation anxiety from y'all. So,
ready.
like, unapologetic. So, this is what it is. This is why we're here.
We was getting ready to see each other.
I know.
Yeah. I love this though.
I know.
I was never this person. So I enjoy the group chat. I do feel like this is a part of my accountability. It's my accountability group, my partners. And we just started having meetings, but those meetings are like those are now becoming meaningful.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about business. We kind of let it all out. Like our wait and exhale moment for the week.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you what happened. So
It's like, let's talk about business, but we also we are friends at the end of the day. Like, and I say this all the time. It's like you can go into business with your friends, but never lose your friendship. Like, and that's something I stand on with this because it's like we said it last time. Like, we never wanted to feel like a job or make it never feel like we're not being us. Like, the same way we can go and have a meeting and we might all be off and we might all have different views. At the end of the day, we're sisters. So it's like, we might not always agree with each other, but we going to get past this little hump and we going to go right back to it.
yeah.
Literally.
So yeah, I'm selfish. I'm going to be more selfish this year. So I wasn't very selfish last year. I wasn't very selfish ever. But I think a lot of that kind of played a part in why I was just so, like, drained throughout the year. I know everybody was drained, but, like, that's kind of why I was. So, you know, we doing this in 2024. Like, I feel great about the new year, though. I do.
I do, too. It's like, I'm just so anxious for it to get here because I feel like a weight is being lifted. Yeah. Like, we talk, and it's just like, we all go through things. Like, yeah, I had the shittiest week last week. I'm not even going to lie. Like,
she
this last week almost took me out. And Tuesday, I was just having a bad day from, like, Sunday night up until Tuesday evening. And I got in a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, that was like, that's it. I'm done. Curtains closed. I went home. I was crying because I was frustrated because I was supposed to go to a networking event. I was frustrated. I went home. I was crying. I called my girl. I was like, I just got in an accident. You know, hold it down. I got in the bed. I was in the dark. Yeah, I think I was in the bed for 3 minutes. And it's like something pulled me up. And it was like, wipe your face. You got to go. And I'm like, all right. Like, it literally just shook it off. I was like, all right, I got to do what I got to do. And I remember in that moment, I turned on my lights. I started getting ready. And I was like, the show must go on. And I think that might be a theme that I'm going to carry into next year. The show must go on. Because with the week I was having, that circumstance was enough for me to be like, I'm done with everything. However, who knows? Now I know, but I didn't know what was waiting for me at that event. Like, that was a business event, a business opportunity. And it's like, the car is hit. You're alive. You're okay.
Right.
You have to persevere in all of your circumstances.
Right.
If you let your circumstances get the best of you, you don't know what opportunities await you. And I'm like, I was like, that had to happen for me to get that perspective, right? Like, that had to happen for me to be like, So now how I start looking at things, it's like, it happened. The show has to go on. The show has to go on. So that's something I'm excited to see play out next year. How my show is going to go on in the midst of things.
Curtains closed.
Yeah.
I'm excited, too. I am actually very excited for this year.
I'm very
What are you excited for in the year?
I just feel like this year is, like, my year of growth. Like, like, even last night, because I was in this bathroom, and then I had, like, walked to that bathroom. In the midst of me going from one bathroom to the next, I stopped in the kitchen, and I said, I just can't believe this is mine. Like,
I do that all the time.
Every day, I'm like, I just can't believe this is mine. Like, the fact that I'm still standing, and it's like, there's just so many small things we take advantage of. And I think that's, like, the biggest thing that I'm focusing on now. It's like, even having, you know, we talked about in the last episode, like, having traditions and having certain things you're excited for. Like, some people don't get to feel that.
Right.
So it's like, why would I ever take any of this for, like, there was one point, and I say this all the time, like, I used to hate it here. I hated it here. I couldn't afford it. I felt like I was just struggling to live, and I didn't have nobody. I hated it here. And I woke up, and I'm like, how can you hate something you were blessed with? Like, how? You know, and it's like, so many people don't have this, and you're over here not being grateful for it. So there's still so many times, even, like, with work, and it's like, I never thought I would be the person that gets so excited over work. I'm so excited about work.
Building a career.
Yeah, and it's like, even that is so, it's like, I can't believe, like, I have, like, a career. I have, like, a big girl, like, you know, like, it sounds so crazy, but it's like, those are small things that people don't realize. Like, work is stressful. We go to work, and it's like, we're stressed out. But it's like, to be able to have the opportunity to build the life you desire based off of your work ethic is such a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can show up every single day, and the money I make depends on me. So it's like, I have to continuously be my best self. And it's how she said, like, the show must go on. No matter what I'm dealing with in my personal life, which is why I think I'm very, like, I don't know if this can work for me, is because I have to do what I have to do in order for my life to look and thrive. So if you're distracting me in the sense of, like, you're taking away from my energy of the good I can put out in the world, you're just not for me.
Yep.
You know? So it's like, I think that's a very big thing because I spent a lot of time wanting certain things to work when it was like God was forcing them out of my life for a reason.
Yep.
Like, I wanted it to work so bad that I was jeopardizing my own happiness or putting everything on the side to make certain things work. And it's like, God was literally like, it's not working because I have something better for you.
It's not supposed to work. Like, this ain't even supposed to be here, so I need to move it. Because I'm waiting for you to realize it, but no, I need to move it. I need to make this uncomfortable, so uncomfortable where you can't even stand it. And it's just like, okay. I have nothing but, I can do nothing but accept that.
Right.
So.
I'm so excited for a new year.
What are you excited about?
Me?
Me?
Yes, you baby girl.
I am excited about starting like my journey as far as like preparing for things and actually watching how it unfolds. Like, oh my God, I started this, I completed it, this is the outcome. Like, it's like birthing a child.
Yeah.
Like 9 months of pregnancy. Basically, you're really pregnant for 10 months. So 10 months of pregnancy, then boom, there goes my baby. Like, and I don't know what that looks like at the end of 2024, but I'm so excited to see. But I know like I have things like in the works, but it's actually time to execute it. So I'm so excited about the execution of these things. Like, and then a big thing for me this year is not giving up. Because I get tired.
We're
I be
not gonna
like,
let you.
Yeah.
and I'm like excited about it. So I just want to keep that momentum. Like, I want to stay excited.
Do you ever get, I want to know if you guys deal with this. Do you ever get so excited because there's so many good things happening and then the part of self-sabotage hits you? Like, you don't feel like it will last, like, well, this is not going to last long.
I haven't had a good thing happen in so long. I don't even know.
Really? Like, sometimes I feel like I get so excited, right?
Fold it again so I can get the corner. Because
Oh my God.
I feel where this is going.
Oh my gosh. That's why I think I'm so excited. Because I haven't had that in so long.
Now I'm going to cry.
Oh my God.
Fight.
I'm really excited
Fight is
because
a
I
win.
feel like, I know 2 episodes ago and I was like, oh, I don't know who I am. I feel like I'm going to find myself this
I
year.
feel like you are too. I feel like you are too.
And I can tell from what I haven't tolerated in November, December. Like, I've already started to change my ways and I see it. And I'll call you, be like, girl. And Kim will hit me with the where she thinks I am. And it's like, girl, I don't even feel that way. And it's like, so I'm already changing. So it's like, I'm excited because I'm already leaving stuff behind in the year. So I'm excited to find myself this year.
The fact that you are excited about being selfish just warms my heart. Like,
There's
It's a tearjerker.
There's certain conversations we've been having, and I do this often, right, with Shanice. Like, I'll say my problem, and I'll say where it's stemming from. Shanice is now coming to me with her problems and where it's stemming from and what she's doing to fix it. Which at one point, I told you, Shanice was, I just don't want to talk.
right.
I just don't want to talk. I have no energy. She would say things like that all the time. And to know somebody went from shutting down to now opening herself to being like, I know where I'm going wrong and I'm going to fix it. It's like, as a friend, it's like how she said, like, it's a tearjerker because it's like I'm literally watching this person evolve right in front of my my eyes.
It's surreal.
You gonna cry?
Yes, she is.
I'm not a crier.
It's right on the waterline. I can see it.
Let me tell y'all what I'm leaving in 2023. Crying. I probably cried 205 days out of 365. I'm not crying this year unless it's like
Happy
death
tears.
or happy tears. I cry, like, I'm like, yo, you such a pussy, bro. Like, I cry so much. Like, any little thing, as soon as I get fucked, I'm crying. I'm like, yo, I was never like this. Where did these tears come from?
Because it's like we have so much. Our emotions are what we are internalizing that we don't want to bring to surface. And I had this conversation with my therapist, and she's like, all these things that are coming up for you, the feelings that are coming up, the overwhelming thinking that you're doing, she's like, they're coming up so you can deal with them.
Yeah.
She's like, when you deal with them, you now process them and you can go to the next step.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like everything that comes up, we're so used to when things come up to suppress them. Like, nope, I don't want to feel it, so let me forget about it. But it's okay to deal with what's coming up.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to...
I just don't want to cry no more. Not like that, but like, it was too much. Like, I felt like I went through that much that it... Not Brit's tears.
Not Brit's tears. That's crazy.
Not Brit,
That's crazy.
Not Brit's tears, but like...
Get a bottle of Brit's.
Yeah, we gonna have merch soon.
Word.
Are you crying?
But it was just like, this was an emotional year. Like, and I don't even think that all my tears wasn't necessarily for me, because I know so many people went through so much stuff in 2023.
I made the decision to start being selfish with myself about 2 years ago. Okay. I had gave everything to my last relationship. Prior to, we lived together, but he was incarcerated and I held him down. So if you've ever held somebody down, you can understand how hard, how difficult
your life is no longer yours.
It is draining.
As much as they are, right, as much as they are incarcerated, you're incarcerated as well.
And then once he was released, we lived together, and it just, I think everything hit me at once in that 8-month period. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of things that happened. And by the time I decided to leave, I was just drained. I didn't have confidence in myself. Like, I didn't even know the woman I was. That's right there. So I was like, I don't like this for myself. Like, I know who I was raised to be. I know who I was before this relationship. I don't like this for myself. And I decided to be selfish with myself. But in being selfish, I learned things about myself. I started correcting things about myself, as well as I graced myself. I took myself on dates and just reacquainted me with me.
Right.
So now I show up very different. When I was going through that, like when I was in that selfish state, there was times it did get lonely, because I had to ask myself the hard questions and answer the hard questions. Mm-hmm. Bitch, are you insecure? Yes, you are insecure, and you're insecure because this, that, and the third. Like, you really have to be honest with yourself. That's the bottom line. If you're not honest with you, then you go and live a lie. However, I saw the beauty in the process. I saw the beauty in the process, and it wasn't always like the sexiest, but as you start to see yourself a month ahead, 2 months ahead, 6 months ahead,
that smile be different,
and you look back, it's just like, damn.
I feel like that's what this year is going to be for me. Like, asking, now that all these things are coming up, there were certain things that never even crossed my mind. Like, it was so normal. It was normalized behavior. So it never came up. And now those normal behaviors aren't normal for me anymore. Mm-hmm. So now I am asking myself the same thing. Like, why am I insecure? Not are you? Because I know there's very insecure traits that I have. Mm-hmm. But it's like, why are you? What made you feel like you weren't worthy? And then going down into that list and realizing that, you don't just wake up one day like this. Like, there has been things that, you were presented with that cause these subconscious feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like working through that. We did speak about, our deal breaker list now going forward into 2024. And yeah, let's begin.
Let's get into it.
Question, do you have a deal breaker? If you have a deal breaker, let us know in the comments what your deal breakers are. Do you agree with some of ours? Are we a little too harsh on our deal breakers? And I feel like the purpose of I've said it numerous times on the show. I created a deal breaker list when I was like 17, 18 with my best friend at the time. And when I had a deal breaker list, dating for me was much easier. It was smoother. It was easier because it was just like, oh, you smoke? We're not even like this conversation right here. Yep. Yeah, it's not going to work because you smoke. Like, and that now at this big age, why don't I have a deal breaker list? I would eliminate so much trouble. You would eliminate so much trouble if you had a deal breaker list. So we put our deal breaker list because we're going into a new year. We ain't dealing with
it's like a perfect time. I feel
it's a perfect time.
New Year's are always the perfect start. reset and refresh.
I love New Year. It's right after Christmas.
December is like reflection. Let's reflect of how far we came. New Year's is like reset and refresh. Like how are we going into this new year? Because I'm not bringing the same things that I was doing in 2023 into 2024. Like, I know everybody makes jokes about, like, energy, new year, new me. But we don't need to make jokes about new year, new me. Like,
but do y'all notice that nobody really uses the word resolution anymore?
No.
Nobody
does these are changes. Like, yes. I stand on New Year. Like, I love New Year's. Like, these are changes, and as you slowly start to implement them, and this is something I've done for years, so I know as you implement these changes and it guides you through the year, you will see a completely different person. You'll see a completely different life.
Can I ask a question before we get into the deal breaker? Do you feel like how you bring your new year in is how your year will go?
Yes.
No.
See, two different perspectives.
Because last year, I'm going to tell you how I started my last New Year's, right? Last New Year's, I wrote a letter to myself, and I apologized to myself for every single thing that I accepted. So I said, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for this. I then, the next page, wrote another letter to myself talking about the woman that I am. What time does she get up in the morning? How does she dress? How does she talk? What does her friends look like? How does her dating look like? What does she accept? What does she not accept? And it did keep me through. There's certain things I fell off on. Like, there was one time when I first got into the New Year's, when I first got into my job, I would wake up every single day at 6:30, do my hair and makeup, and I used to work out in the morning, make myself breakfast, coffee. I got a little lax that I didn't do that as often, but that's something I want to go back to. But I'm definitely going to feel like do I think that you can change at any given point? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like to have the intention, the intent of making this year the best year for you, is how you're planning your year out.
And Britt, what are you?
Wait, repeat the question.
It was, do you feel like how you bring your new year in, does that like change the trajectory of the year?
Like mentally?
Like, period. Like, so for instance, like, I feel like for the last couple years, like, I'll sleep my New Year's in. Yeah. Or, like, I'll be home for the New Year. But I told y'all, because my son is, like, certain holidays, I don't expect anybody to watch my son. He's 4. Like, go out, have fun. It's selfish of me. So I stay home with my son. And I don't have an issue with it. Like, I'm cool. But I'll be home on the New Year. And I felt like my year was very lax, very chill, very, like, lazy. I don't want to say lazy, but it was, like, very lazy.
Then you know what? Then I changed my answer. At first I said no. I'm going to say yes. I do believe how you start your year is how we'll set a tone.
Right.
Because even if you're lax, but like you set your intent for the year, it could be very different.
Right.
Rather than just be like, another year. Here we are.
I mean, I spent my New Year with the people I wanted to spend it with, the way I wanted to spend it. I was literally at R&B only. And if you ever been to R&B only, you know it is a big vibe, okay? We're going in April, just so y'all know.
Oh, the one in my
Yes. So it is a vibe, and it was like I was vibing. My friends was there. My dude at the time was there, and it was just like mad love, and like it was just so good, and it was high energy, and that is what followed my year. It was more so just like I'm gonna do all the things I want to do, and I'm gonna have fun, and this, that, and the third, and I went up and down, but that definitely was a thing. It was just like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to have fun doing it. And it was just so lighthearted. Like, it was just like, which helped me keep a perspective of glass half full instead of empty. Positivity instead of negativity. So, yeah. So, that is one reason why I'm so excited for this New Year's Eve. I don't plan to be wasted all next year. But I am so full and so grateful. That's how I'm ending the year, and I want to carry that gratitude through next year because I know it's going to be a better year.
Yes, I feel that. So, I pray over the podcast great things because we've done so much in such a short period of time, and I just know that I hope great things come out of this for us as a whole.
Yeah,
because we individually have things that we're working on, but as a whole, all 4 of us, like I
feel
can't
like
wait to see where this goes.
I feel like we're all, even when JoJo listens to us or whatever like that, like healing through the podcast too. Yeah. Like the work doesn't stop. It's a lifelong journey. And in talking to people or talking to each other, getting things out and having different perspectives and you guys talking back to us and things like that, it's just like I'm still healing other areas of me in doing this.
Right. That's why, if you guys didn't catch our post, we are going into the new year with a new segment.
Yes! I'm so excited.
Oh, my bad. I missed the thing.
New segment alert.
Yes, I love this. I feel
like this needs to be
Go
like
ahead, tell them.
New segment alert.
So you tell them that was your segment.
Well, and I love it.
So she called us like, guys, I have an idea, and we were all like,
we FaceTime. Our new segment, which we are so excited about, is called Inside the Group Chat, and what it is like it's basically bringing you guys into our group chat and whatever like things, scenarios, issues, comments, concerns, whatever you want to talk to us about or you want us to address from each of our perspectives. We are so excited to do that.
Yeah, because we each get like asked. I hate that word. Asked. We each get asked individually, like for advice, or some of y'all are very like vulnerable in the comments. And we want to bring that, like y'all are not the only ones going through it. So even if it's on TikTok, somebody on Instagram might feel the same way, or YouTube, whatever the case may be. We here to help. So we're so excited to announce this new segment.
I feel like because group chats is like you have group chats with your gang, right? Pivotal. So it's like we are y'all family as well. So it's like as much as even like in our segment, we're gonna go through certain comments that we see that we can respond to. Like we just saw one right now that can easily be spoken about, you know? So we're gonna go in our comments and respond to certain ones that is like y'all asking us certain things. Y'all, you know, so inside the group chat is we are a community, we're a family. So it's like whatever y'all going through, we either went through it or how would we handle it if we were to go through it.
We might be in the middle of it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is how we're starting our new year. We are starting new segments. And if you guys have any other things that you want to see from us, you can also send that. So yeah, inside the group chat, we will be talking all group chat things.
Right. So y'all can
order tea.
DM us. Off limits.
Yeah, DM us on Instagram or hit us up on TikTok. I don't know. Do we use the email?
But you could.
We could use the email. So
and we are also
we'll
on
drop
Twitter.
that.
Yes,
we are on Twitter too, y'all. So we're gonna drop all of that in the description.
Much.
It's a lot. It's a lot for the girls. But we are on Twitter. You're right. So we are on Twitter. So we'll drop the new Twitter and the email. And if you email us, so subject line it as Inside the Group Chat, and we're gonna go through it and we're gonna share that with y'all.
Yes.
But can we get to our deal breakers?
Let's get to the deal breakers, okay? So
Brittany has been
New Year, we are introducing our deal breakers and things that we are not dealing with this year or ever. So this deal breakers, are we only talking about in relationship?
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah. I'm solid on friendship.
Yeah, me too.
So
I really I don't feel like I've dealt with any weird friend behavior.
It's I think it's easier for us. Look at this one. Go ahead.
It's up for this crazy one here. Love you. Love you, toots.
I don't feel like I deal with the things in friendships that I deal with in relationships.
Okay, we had a conversation. I think she wasn't on the phone at that time. You had got off for a second. Now, was it on the phone or via text?
You see, it makes me very upset.
No, you were on. I think you got off for a second.
You got some nerve.
You got off.
Because you literally was like...
Shanice had a group chat with my mom and
me and Shanice had a conversation. Wait, hold on, Brittany. I'm going to tell you. What y'all talk about? Right.
First of all, me, Mama, and Tyra's group chat ain't got nothing to do with you.
I was like, you have a what? I said, girl, that's as close to cheating as you gonna get.
That's crazy.
but Britt and
see how territorial we are?
Yeah, we are. So me and Britt had a conversation. You were on the phone. I think you got off, or it was on the text about the friendship thing, like friends and the relationship thing. But we're gonna get to that after.
Okay.
That's I was there. Yes.
Okay.
It was it's a topic, or it's not today's topic, but it was a topic that we're gonna talk about.
So like that's why I feel like that's not like your friendship boundaries and deal breakers is so much different,
right?
Than
dealing
with your man. So we'll pivot off of that later.
All right, go ahead, Britt. Since you want to talk about your deal breaker so bad,
Britt got the list.
My Post-it note.
And you know what's also hard about this friend group is because like there's so many things on her deal breaker list that's like I couldn't think for myself because it's like same.
Yeah.
let's copy paste.
So. But it's like all right, okay. These are. Mine are in no particular order.
Are these like standing on business?
Okay, so like 10 out of 13 are. Like if the other 3
10 out of 13 are
if the other 3 are shaky, like they're negotiables.
Okay, like, all right, okay, we
can
say that.
Okay, the first one that's not a negotiable, lack of ambition.
Ooh,
if you're a bum.
Also, can you every time add that? Copy paste. Okay, go ahead.
If you have a lack of ambition, it's not gonna work.
Because mine was sees life's too small.
Period.
Okay, I got a question though.
Let's go.
So for my deal breakers, this is kind of like first conversation, first date, you're out of here. How long?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's my thing because we're not making
because it's like how can
far.
we see life
a month?
Okay, a month. For my deal breakers is like the first like how you doing? My name is such and such. We chopping it up. If we make it to a first date, I'll now know if we even making it to a second date after that.
See, some of these things, and I had this conversation before I got here. You won't see immediately. Like you need to see certain habits, patterns, things like that.
I'll do that for my
to be
6 months.
like.
So mine's is for the first meeting, first date, and then for like lack of ambition, I'm gonna give you 6 months. That's too long. 6 months, not like that, but like for one of those. No, for like one of those, for like the long term things, I'm giving you 6 months. Lack of ambition for me, lack of ambition is when I'm asking you. So, for instance, like I was like getting to know somebody, and I was like, oh well, what do you want to do after this? And he was like, I'm going to retire and that's I'm chilling.
If you could afford to retire and chill?
We're not even going to say what the job was, but it was just like, oh, so you don't do anything else outside of this? You want to collect your pension, your 401, and that's it? You're not trying to build anything else?
Reinvest
no generational wealth for your kids or nothing? Okay, cool. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So that's, I
feel like there's certain questions now that I ask that I would never in life think I would have asked. Like, I asked somebody the other day, like, how many credit cards do you have? Oh, Lord. And it was like a very big thing. And I was like, instantly, I was like, not enough credit utilization. But it's like, although.
But those are things you think about
very important.
As you switch things in
and
your life.
I was having a conversation with somebody who was married yesterday. He married his high school sweetheart. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm telling y'all, he was like, back then, he was like, I married my high school sweetheart. So the things I looked for then is not what I would look. He was like, now that y'all are women, because he was talking to me and my girl, he was like, y'all are looking for a husband. He's like, don't ever feel bad that y'all require certain things. Like,
and I don't.
Society will tear y'all up for having standards, but like, don't ever feel bad for that because only person you're shorting is yourself. And I said that is the realest thing. I never said, well, that I felt to hear from a man. Yeah. Like he was like, I married my high school sweetheart, so there's things I'm asking of her today. Like, you know, I really don't like when you do that. And she brushes it off because it's like, bro, we've been together for 20 years. And he was like, and it's no longer easy for me to be like, all right, well, you know what? This doesn't suit who I am as a man today. Let me pack it up and leave. He's like, but for y'all, he was like, as soon as you don't see nothing that doesn't fit into the life you're looking for, he's like, leave it. And I was like, that real.
You think about it, right? You know how much work you're putting into yourself right now, right? To allow somebody to come in that has not done equally or more, that means they've done less. So now you have a liability. I can't afford to have a liability. You know how hard it was to get me here? Right. And then I'm out here trying to get you at least to where I'm at? Like, no. And it's like there's certain things that's just like, I need you to be able to understand why I'm moving how I move. Right. So if I have to work or if I decide to do this or decide to do that, like I need you to be kind of busy too so you understand what's going on over
You saw
here.
that thing from That's very big for her.
If you
love a busy man.
If you are not busy,
free all day. I think that's the
like,
you saw that video where Mace was like, shout out to the girls that are busy.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Cam, because
no, for real.
Nobody want to be with somebody sitting up all day waiting for what you got. You doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like,
you done? You finished?
You started?
Like, yeah, every time, you get home, you want your person there, but it's like, at least we got something to build for when we want to see each other.
You know how I feel about that. I need a busy body.
I need a busy man.
What's number 2? Because if we gonna break it down like this, we gonna be here for 5 hours.
We gonna be here.
Yeah, run through
there's gonna be 5 episodes.
Run through your non-negotiables because you only got 3. That's negotiable.
Lack of ambition.
Okay, I can't deal with addiction.
Okay,
addiction is a deal breaker on any level.
That is very big for me as well.
What if they're addicted to the gym?
I can't. No. If you are obsessive about anything, that shows there's no boundaries with certain things. Like if you're addicted to the gym, you ever seen somebody addicted to the gym? Yeah. Right. Those like that type of obsessive behavior, I can't do. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I can't. That's a demon bigger than me. Okay. No positive female role model relationships.
Woo!
If you got an issue with your mother,
big one. Run it back, DJ. Do it again.
If you have mommy issues, that usually means you have women issues. Mm-hmm. And I don't need you, especially if you have not worked through those issues. And I'm not going to take it away from the men who have had my mother issues and have done work. So it's just like, it's a little different. But if you have not even worked through it, I don't need you looking at me and seeing her. I don't need me doing certain behaviors because it's just me and you're triggered. So now you're responding to me the way you would want to respond to her. No. I need you to come equipped with some female role models.
Michelle Obama, somebody.
I need you to be able to see women in a good light. It's a lot of men that do not fuck with their mother, their grandmother, their aunts, whatever, their sisters, whatever. And they look at women in almost a way they like women, but resent them. Oh, yeah.
It's so weird. Yeah. I've definitely dealt with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't, at this point, no, I can't do it.
Big one.
A lack of thoughtfulness and or planning.
Oh, Brent, so you see, Brent sat down for this.
So you see why I'm like, no, I need a few weeks. I need to see them patterns. I need to see if
it's you really thought this one through. I'm taking that one off and putting it on my list.
I got to. Next year, I don't know. I might take dating a little more serious. It depends on where my priorities.
Right, because
my 3 priorities. Yes. If I'm willing to shift them.
Big 3.
My therapist said you should never shift those priorities.
I only would shift them if I start to feel more secure in certain places. Like I would never move like my career out of my top 3. But if it's like my first one, it might get dropped. Like, and at some point, if I'm willing to integrate another person in my life, sometimes my friendships and family, that might need to
shift.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's kind of what we talked about, but that's for a later segment.
What else? Right now?
Which ones? We going viral as we speak, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Period. Yeah, that's a horn blower.
You know what? I can't even find mine. I'm with y'all. Period.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all got to take a minute.
Oh, the Beyonce one. We said that the other day.
They eating the Beyonce up.
Let me go talk to people.
Shout out to the supporters, though. Like, for real.
Yo, I'm telling you, the old ones be resurfacing. And now I started realizing our engagement on Instagram is way better than TikTok.
Yeah. Because we be talking.
We were so focused on TikTok because TikTok made us go crazy in the beginning. But now it's like our Instagram is OD.
Meanwhile, I be jumping from both. Who got something to say? Who got something to say?
I said this was like 4 weeks ago. On Instagram?
Music?
On Instagram?
That shit went crazy on TikTok.
Keep running them numbers up, y'all. But go ahead, Britt. Keep going, Britt. I feel like we need a shot for that one. But go ahead.
Period.
So subtle. So subtle.
Okay. If you have no sense of humor or you're not fun.
Oh my God, y'all know for me that's big.
Wait, to
Copy and
piggyback
paste.
off of this,
If you dry,
to copy
It
off
can't
of
be
this,
stiff.
to piggyback off of that, also is like, not only do you have no sense of humor, but if you have no substance in your conversation,
Yeah.
and everything is surface level, like, oh, what's up, what you doing, you good, like, bruh, if we don't get deeper, I want to know what hurt
Tell me
you.
a joke in the morning, like
Yeah.
like start it off. You feel me?
a lack of,
That's at the top of my list.
because I'm a goofball.
We know your fucking goofy ass.
I know me. I
running down
want
the
to play.
hallway.
I play all day.
Listen, when I'm in a relationship or like a partnership with somebody, I'm spending my time with you.
First of all,
I need to let my hair down.
Brittany joke all goddamn day. You can't say nothing without
First
her
of all,
having a
yeah.
rebuttal.
When we went to that sex shop, I nearly peed on myself. Britt is so funny, so I cannot see her being with a stiff person at all.
I would die.
Have you ever been with a stiff person?
Can you imagine? You know what the worst be? It'd be like when you with somebody that they sense of humor is different. They be like everything a joke to you, and everything's so serious to you.
You gotta laugh around this bitch for real.
I can't.
Yo, life is hard. You want
Go ahead.
everything to be hard?
That's no. It'll never work.
Yeah, no, not for me.
All right. If you have unaddressed trauma or you're like emotionally
Oh
aloof.
my God, Britt, just put the list on up here and just yes, because yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
It's so hard that we're having
Absolutely.
this together because it's like, yep, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's the one.
Absolutely.
If you literally just,
I don't even
if you're
feel like I need
happy
to-
being fucked
Right, you
up,
know what? We don't gotta say ours.
yeah, I got a few meet and greets. A few meet and greets that's like deal breakers right there. Like, oh, when I meet you, that don't work. Like, you out the door. I have
Yeah.
a few of those, but that, oh, baby, for sure.
like you're literally happy swimming in your trauma. Like you're happy just being like
And then-
a shit individual.
But using it as like,
a crutch.
like you want somebody to feel sympathy for you. I don't, and I don't, because I had to put my big girl panties on. So when did you put your boxes on?
At some point, like
for
you
real.
cannot blame your circumstances
Yes, that's the
for
thing.
how you show up in the world.
Because at the end of the day, we was all given things that we didn't
Ask for it.
deserve
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we didn't ask for. But the way you handle them and the way you go through day-to-day life, that is now up to you. Unfortunately, we dealt with things out of our
Control.
thank you. Out of our control, but the way you handle them and what you do to yourself, I tell my therapist every single time, I said, I will sit here until I can no longer sit here. So I don't have to pass this trauma down to somebody else.
There's
Yes.
a meme. Y'all seen the meme that said it's crazy how we're healing from traumas that we didn't create.
Yes.
Because that's a real thing.
Yes.
So it's like, if you're okay just being like, well, this is just what I'm out, this is just who I am, and this is just what I had to deal with, like, that's not okay for me. Because it's like, yeah, unfortunately, this is who I am too, but I am working on it.
Right.
What you say? Go ahead, sing the song.
I'm still working on me, and I'm coming back better for you.
I can't wait till we get in the stew.
Sometimes it was my selfishness and your helplessness that I took advantage of. That's real shit. That is a bar. I'm going to see Drake and J. Cole, and if Drake performs that, I might come with my own mic. Because that is a bar.
Light up one.
Bro, that's a bar though.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, I took advantage of you for the shit that I was working on.
Yeah.
Like, no, like a lot of people do that. Guys do that. So yes, perfect deal breaker. Keep
I'm
going.
gonna put 2 stars next to
Keep
it.
going.
Keep going. And another one.
If you're insecure,
Can't date an insecure man.
we all
And
have
everybody knows I've dealt with a few.
we all have insecurities, right?
Yeah.
If you are insecure, it's no way I can make you secure. It's not
And
gonna
you're
work.
projecting.
It's not
You're
gonna work.
projecting. Like, everything you're projecting, I mean, I didn't do, that's within you. So, and then I'll be the dummy, not realizing, like, this got nothing to do with me. Like, this
Right.
got nothing to do with me.
Right.
I'm over here like, what the fuck did I do that made you feel like
Try to
this?
ask
And I said,
myself that.
hold up. I didn't do nothing.
Flag on the play. Because baby.
And again, it's another thing where it's just like, let me play this for a couple of weeks to see how
Yeah.
you move, because that's gonna come up quickly.
That was 190 day.
Especially once dudes get comfortable, right? Once
That,
they
but
get comfortable,
y'all be thinking I'm playing when I say I go all the way in, because the deeper I go in, the quicker it is for me to see a lot of things.
is once they get comfortable,
Month one, it's like, oh, okay,
it's just like,
there it go.
oh, like The mask is off now. God,
and I was saying that shit the other day. I said we can go on all these extravagant dates and X, Y, and Z. If you're not asking the right questions and you're just going on a date for the vibe, you're not gonna know who this person really is. Yeah. So now it's how we said dating with intention. Like our intention is to see, do you have certain things? Like, we're gonna ask certain questions. If you just looking, you gotta be honest with yourself. If you looking for somebody to fuck around with, you don't need to ask none of these.
Yeah,
like
no, that's
focus on the goal.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You good at what you do. All right, go ahead.
What else? Okay.
This is about you. About to drop the mic.
Unwillingness to build a life with someone. Build is in all caps, and I say that because oftentimes,
it's gonna hit.
Oftentimes, people come into relationship with their own picture of what they want their life to be, and then they just fit you into it.
You said that. She dropped that, I think 3 or 4 episodes ago. Like, you said that, and it never left my head from how I date now, because when you said it, it was just like, you are seeing a picture, you are projecting a picture that you created onto somebody else, and because they don't fit it, it's like they're not being weird. Yeah, you want them to fit inside this box.
You stuck me in this picture that's in your head. I didn't ask to be right. I want to create one with you.
If you believe, that's like, for example, if you believe women should cook, clean, and those are the only job roles that we have, and be a mother, and that's your idea. So I might work 12 hours and I didn't cook a meal or clean the house. To you, I'm no longer a good partner. And that's not fair, because it's like, this is your perception of what you want a woman to look like, and you're projecting it on me, when it's like, you're now disregarding everything I actually am.
Yeah.
And so many people do that, like, when, like, I call it a checklist, right? Because it's like, sometimes people get in a situation and they'll start feeling the pressure of wanting to either be with somebody or time or things like that. So it's like, well, this person checks these boxes. She's pretty and she is this and she looks good with me and she's this, that, and the third. And it's like, all right, she's perfect. Now it's like, I want to make her my wife or whatever like that. It's because you're trying to fit me. I check these boxes and you're trying to hurry up and fit me in this, but it's just like, but what about the other things I need? Like, I need you to be a little more emotionally available. These are things I need. Not just about what you need and what you're trying to fulfill in your life, but what about the things I need? You didn't even stop or bother to understand what those things are.
I do think men are big on that, because it's like, we're sitting here, talking about our deal breakers, and we'll get tore up about having deal breakers that women are so this and we're so that. But men are true to their deal breakers. Like, somebody was like, I gotta see how a girl acts when she's drunk, because that's a thing for me.
That's a big thing for guys. Guys, if you are watching, let us know what your deal breakers are. Like, put it in the comments. Let us know. Let us know. Y'all can enter the group chat too, guys.
Y'all have a lot.
So inside the group chat, guys, pull up in the group chat. Let us know what y'all deal breakers are, so we can discuss it with the girls, and let the girls. Y'all might need a mirror to be like, hold up, wait a minute.
Right, because we are not always right.
Right.
We are not always the ones. Like, I had to learn. I thought I was the perfect girlfriend in my last relationship.
Ooh, I said that before.
I said I did this, I did that, and I did that, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, no, you need to examine yourself. Like, and it's like, did you create safe environments for your partner? Okay, well.
And that's exactly what I said the last time. I said, do I believe I'm a great woman? I do.
Yeah.
Do I also agree that there's some areas in me I need help? Like, and exactly what she said, I did not create a safe space for certain things. I did not, like, there was certain things within me that blocked me from being who I needed to be. But, okay, next.
Whew. It's getting heavy.
We know how to go off, okay? If you don't believe in monogamy or marriage.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. That's on my list. If you feel like, because I hate when guys say marriage is just a piece of paper for the government.
We're not aligned.
Bye.
We're not aligned.
Instantly bye. That's one of my first date conversations.
I literally had this conversation on Friday. I said, I'm sorry, at this age, I'm not being with somebody for 10 years before you decide that you want to marry me.
Yeah.
I strongly believe men know. Yeah. It don't take you 10 years to figure it out.
What was that artist, actor? He was like, I wasted so many women's...
Jadena?
Yeah.
I know.
What do you say? I wasted so many women's of
their precious years.
Yeah, their most precious years, and that is a thing. And you are not about to waste my precious years. So no. Continue.
And
all right.
It's important for women to know too, know the signs when your time is being wasted, because the guy string you along as long as you allow it.
Yes.
So you got to know, like, you know what, he really don't see a future with me. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just another one that's just here, because a guy might date
that's
you.
That's a great woman. They'll be like, that's a good woman,
but he'll know he's not ready for you.
Right.
A man knows when he's not ready for
and
you.
We'll
but if you never,
and
if you never leave as a woman, if you never leave. He just gonna sit there like, well, she ain't going nowhere. Like, this is like, why? What they say? Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
100%.
Listen, so you got to know too, as a woman, the signs to just be like, you know what? Let me remove myself from the situation. As bad as you may want it, you got to know when he just ain't gonna give it to you.
You know, I learned, like, if it's taking too much energy for me to make it work, the shit ain't supposed to work. If I'm always fighting with you, if we always not seeing eye to eye, if we always going back to the drawing board and pressing reset, then we are just trying to. We are literally fitting a circle into a square.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit, and that's okay. A lot of people just don't look at you not fitting with somebody as being okay.
Right.
These days, okay.
That's how I feel now. Like, for 2024, baby, you out of here. Like, I'm out of here. Like, you ain't even got to do no. You ain't got to do your big one, baby. I'll go.
Yeah,
and that's fine. I'm fine with that.
All right, so
we're gonna be here forever with Brittany list.
No, I'm almost done. I think I got 3 more.
Hold on.
If we are not aligned in our morals and values, certain things I value, I need a partner that values the same things. Like, I can't even give an example.
What's on my list is if you're not family oriented, like that's a value that I have and I will never break. Like, I don't want you to ask me, like, well, why do we have to go to your family's house? Because that's my family, right? That's my family, and we're attending. Like, and if we create a family, it would be the same exact thing. Like, not like, oh, why we got to throw a birthday party? It's my baby birthday. Like,
it's like what we spoke about last episode with Christmas. Like, I want somebody that Christmas is as important to you as it is to me.
And my principles is a very big thing for me. So it's like, if your principles and your morals, like, I'm very, like, and they will attest to it, like, I'm very driven off of morals. Like, I stand true. I might not be the best person in the world, but my morals is solid. Like, very solid. And my principles, like, everything to me is a principle. It ain't about the situation, it's a principle.
Yeah.
Like, and I stand on that. So a lot of the times I don't even get mad at what you did. I got mad that, like, your principles aren't aligned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be quiet because we gonna be going for 2 hours.
I know.
I'm quiet.
I know. Listen. All right, this is one of my negotiables. A deal breaker negotiable.
We might have to pivot off this one a little bit. Go ahead.
A child under 6.
I said the same thing.
And I said 6 because 6 is a number I always throw out. I still need to sit with myself to know if I'm okay with that age range. I might want a little older. But before, I was no children.
I was no children too, but now I got a kid, so who am I to judge?
I still don't have kids. But before I was like, no, I want a man with no kids. I want to be his first and only, and da-da-da-da-da. Over time, it's just like, it happens.
I would honestly say a man with no kids or children from a certain age, because knowing what I know now, dealing with what I dealt with, he might still be. But it takes a while.
But see, the thing about the reason why it's negotiable for me, because I need to know your relationship with your child's mother. And it's not just if y'all having a sexual relationship, but also, like, is this a healthy co-parenting relationship? Because you're not about to be in my ear toasting this bitch tripping. I don't have that baggage. So I need you to have whatever you got going on in control. So it's like, all right, if that is something that is healthy and it is finished or things like that, you have a kid, you have a kid. I don't have a problem with children.
Right.
But there needs to be a level of maturity to that situation.
I feel like the reason why my whole thing is, like, I want to date somebody with no kid is because I want I don't want you to take away the best parts of my first experience because you dealt with it already and you feel like well, why are you doing it like this? Let me learn. You know, like, I think that's the biggest. It's not about the kid, you having a kid, because I was with somebody who had a kid and that baby was my baby. So that's never the issue. The kid's not the issue. It's just, like she said, that situation is like, you got to make sure your that is in check. And also, I don't want you to take away from my first experience, feeling like you have so much more knowledge than me. Because
the right person ain't gonna do that to you.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. Brittany touched on a lot of mine, because like lack of ambition goes to mine. Like, if you see life small, like if I don't feel like I can come to you because I almost feel a sense of like envy that I'm as big as I want, you know, like as big as I'm growing, and you feel like, oh damn, that's crazy. It's because you don't see life that big. Versus like, damn baby, like that's great. Like with that we can do this. You get me? Like
celebrating me,
you know, like and building bigger. She touched on a lot of my things, because it's like mine is like not family oriented, which it goes off of we have different morals and whatever. No relationship with God, absolutely not.
Right, that's up there.
Absolutely not. Like, I will never explain to somebody why I have the faith I have, or you're not about to shit on me having a relationship with God. A big one for me is seeking outside validation.
Oof. Let me close my phone then. Get to that later.
Light off.
Get to that later.
Talk about it, sis.
Seeking outside validation, because that shows you are not whole within, that you have to constantly do these things.
That goes back to insecurity.
To fill you up. And a lot of it, whether it be social media or the outside life, like no matter what I can give to you is never going to be enough, because you're still seeking all of this outside validation that I will never be able to fulfill you, because you don't even know what is enough for you. Like, so how am I'm going to bend myself backwards trying to be everything to one person, and you're not fulfilled within.
Yeah.
That you're looking at all these outside things. So I think that's a very big thing, because a lot of people who do seek outside validation, y'all the biggest cheaters. Because you need that constant like
reminder to yourself that you're the man.
Reminder.
I'm the man.
Yeah. So those are, Brittany basically touched on a lot of mine. So that was the only one that,
I mean, mine's go like y'all's were like, let me like figuring somebody out within 30 days, 31 days maybe. Mine's are kind of like, when I first meet you, these are things. Okay, you don't have a passport? That don't work for me. You've never been anywhere? That don't work for me. Okay?
Because you're seeing life small.
Yeah, at this big age.
See, okay, so I was talking to one of my friends about this, and I was like, certain things go back to the episode I was first on, where it was just like job, car, place to stay, right? Where certain things I just feel like I don't want to or need to or should have to
address,
because it's like,
I'm surprised, honestly.
Only because it's just like when you expect certain things, you go places or you entertain things that you would expect. Like, I wouldn't expect, like, because somebody was like, you know, what about, like, saying things like respect and da-da-da-da? Well, if I'm already entertaining you, if we get to the point where I'm talking about these things, I've already seen that quality in you.
Right.
I've already seen certain qualities in you. You've shown up a certain way
that already got my attention.
Yeah,
so,
my attention.
Because it's a certain person I wouldn't even entertain.
Right.
I wouldn't get through the door.
Right.
But the passport thing shocked me.
It's
a shocker. So it's just like, okay, not having a passport,
but is that
a smoker.
Is that a deal breaker? Because that's changeable.
What, not having a passport?
Somebody get a passport in 6 weeks.
No.
Really?
Yeah, no. You've never traveled?
Okay.
You've never experienced. So when we get there, everything is like, ooh, ah. Like, I don't want to be your first ooh, ah. Out the country, like no. At this age,
I'm bad.
Because at this age, like,
I can't wait to ooh ah somebody.
I don't.
With a passport.
At this age, I always go back to my father, who when my first trip was when I was 11.
Yeah,
and I went to St. Thomas, and before that, he was like, I'm going to introduce you to things as a woman. So when you meet a man, he can never say that he's done these. You've only seen that because of me. You've only done these things because of me. So you're gonna be able to do for yourself. You're going to be able to do things for yourself, but your man needs to be able to do it for you and himself too. So what I'm bringing to the table, you should have already had at your table?
See, okay, so I know this guy.
You said I'm strict.
And he recently got a passport, like very recent. And he got it because he got a job out the country. And he was like, I never really had a need for it. But knowing this guy, he's a very good guy. Like, he takes care of home. He's a great father. He's a great business owner. And he was just like, I never had a need for it. He was like, granted, like, you know, I want it because I want to take, you know, my girlfriend out the country. Okay. If you have somebody that is all those things, are you going to turn them down because they don't have that?
At 30, for me at 30, and you never wanted to go nowhere before this?
And he got you. You out the country and...
I mean, yeah, that's cool. But I guess it depends on, like, I don't know. Okay. Because I feel like it's like having a toddler a little bit. Like, you've never been anywhere. I got to teach you how to go through customs. When we get on the plane, we got to write the paper down. You don't know how to do that either. Like, that's a lot for me.
We got instructions on it.
At this age, like, you've not, like... I don't know, not to sound like, you know, nose up in the air, but it's just like, that's just something at this age. Like, I'm already, like, traveled. So, like, I don't want to.
You want someone well-traveled.
I want somebody well-traveled. Then there's nothing wrong with me wanting somebody that's well-traveled. Like, there's still places, of course, that I want to go. Now, if you got a passport and it don't got to be stamped up, you may have been one place. Or you may have never even, but you got it.
You got the access. You have
the access. So it's like, oh, you want to go to Greece? Me too. Oh, you trying to go to Egypt? Okay, me too. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't have a desire to go to Europe. I don't know why. I don't. But it's just like,
same.
I have no desire to go to Europe.
Same.
But it's just like, you know, that's on my list. A passport, not having a passport is just like, I don't know. We have to talk about that. Non-smoker, like cigarettes. Absolutely. If you,
I'm not.
If I meet you, you smell good and you look good, and you pull out a bogey, bye.
Or a black amount,
bye. Absolutely. Smoking is...
My first...
No.
When I started dating my ex and I saw he immediately stopped. Immediately.
I'll take black and miles over cigarettes.
I don't want
You'll take black and miles over
cigarette in a heartbeat.
No blacks.
At least blacks got a vanilla undertone of wine.
Nothing.
Cigarettes, I will...
No.
I'm
sitting here like this with it. You sitting here like this with it. I just...
Or this one.
And then your fingers stink. And
don't touch me.
Yeah, you think you're gonna touch me?
It all falls into poor hygiene.
Yes.
pH all out of whack now.
No, I don't want you. I don't want you kissing me nowhere.
Now my pH all fucked up because you want to touch.
I'm good. Like cigarette smoking. These are like my essential. Like I just meet you. Conversation deal breakers. What else was on my list? I had another one that was just like off the back.
It's when you show up on the scene.
Yeah. This goes back to one of yours, like having a good relationship with your parents. That is a big thing for me because the way a man treats his mother is going to show how he treats you. Like
that's huge.
It's a big thing. Like I think as women, we need to pay attention more to men's relationship because it's going to tell you a lot about him.
Yes.
If a man has a terrible relationship, first of all, if a man disrespects his mother, if he talks to his mother in any kind of way, or that's going to tell you a lot. Like we have nothing to talk about. We have absolutely nothing to talk about. Now your relationship with your parents, your mother, your father, like what is your relationship like with them? Like that's an important conversation to me within like the first date, second date. Like, oh, you got a relationship with your mom, your dad? Like, how is that? That's
those are your blueprints, right?
Yeah.
Like, those are what you look at, whether they're absent or not. That situation is what you look at through your adolescence, your childhood.
Right.
And we always go back to, like, a lot of trauma stems from childhood. So it's just like, well, as a child, what were you seeing? What were you exposed to that helped mold you into an adult?
Right.
What do you feel is acceptable? What do you feel is okay?
Right.
Did you have a male figure to teach you to be chivalrous?
Right.
Did you have a mother figure to teach you certain things, like to show you what proper nurture and love is like? If not, I cannot be the guinea pig. I cannot teach it or unteach it.
I didn't say it because Shanice was gonna say it because she was like, "I got this one from you," because you said guinea pig and it immediately struck. If you never lived on your own or never lived with a woman, like I don't want to be your test dummy. Like I don't, because now it's like you're used to living like this, and then it's like you never experienced outside world, so now we're gonna experience life together, and that saying that like you don't know somebody till you live with them is a real thing. So then it's like now it's like you never experienced life outside of your mother's house or whatever the case may be, and you're coming here or we're getting somewhere like together, and
yeah, I need you to have been well seasoned.
Oh, my last one, thirsty, just like that. Period. Thirsty.
Seeks outside validation.
If you are thirsty,
bye. Bye.
And I know that from the beginning, so that I don't even got to go into depth on that. But, yeah, like those are things. As I've been on my own journey, I'm starting to focus more in on things that I want, like I want to feel, and things that I don't want to deal with, and being more conscious of what I see.
To piggyback off of thirsty, I'm gonna put on mine how active you are on social media and what are you doing on your social media. Because I normally, low-key. I'm not going to lie, like my long-term relationships were with guys who don't have social media. Like I've gelled better with men who don't seek any validation from Instagram. Now, if you on Instagram and you posting for attention, it icks me. It icks me, so it doesn't work for me. Now, like somebody said to me, like, oh, you posted selfies, like you want to be seen. Like, I'm pretty. Of course I want to be seen. Stupid. I'm a girl. Are you done? Like, and then now it's like, I post even more now because of the podcast. Yeah. So it's like, this is not my business. So what are you doing on your social media? Are you just posting because you just need a little bit like attention?
Saying oftentimes, like cringe. Sometimes I forget to actually post me. I'll post so much repost stuff or whatever that it's like, I didn't show my face in like 3 weeks.
Right.
I'm here, whatever like that. But it's like, if you are on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, all day, just like waiting for somebody to talk to you or like comment on you or things like that, it's like, bruh, go work on yourself.
Yeah. You know how I feel about that. I said it in the last one. If I see you on everything,
that's a big one for me.
That's wild.
That's my last one. Like how you're active on social. How you're active on social media. That's a big one for me. That's like within the first month.
It doesn't fit. I really thought it was. I thought it was going to.
I don't know why you would think the horn would fit in the hookah, and you just destroyed it.
Well, I didn't belong with it anyway.
So, so happy New Year's again to you guys, and one for the road, y'all. One for the road.
Wait, hold on. We gotta. What are y'all going into 2024? We're canceling resolution. What is your intent for 2024?
Yeah, drop your words.
Drop your words.
I want to see your words.
Do you guys have deal breakers? Yes. What are your deal breakers? Mm-hmm. Those are very big things. Also, the Unprovoked girls might be doing but this is gonna drop later. Never mind.
She be ready. Yes, don't forget, drop your word. My word was what was my word?
Selfishness.
Yes. No, that wasn't my word.
You said
preparation.
Preparation.
My word is preparation. I'm preparing for this year. Kim's is
discipline and grace.
Giving herself grace.
Maturity.
So drop y'all words. Let us know what y'all are trying to work on for the next 12 months.
Yes, and don't forget to jump inside the group chat.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
Inside the group chat, new segment alert.
Yes.
So we're dropping the description. We're dropping in the description the Twitter and the email, so y'all can hit us up and inside the group chat.
Guys, have a great New Year.
Have a great New Year.
Enjoy the day. Oh.